sometimes I see a lot of people commenting and trying to use different idioms and phrases which are not even in use nowadays. And the other day, somebody wrote something, and I was like, what is this person trying to say? And I had to actually Google, what does this mean? Then I see that it's an old English. I'm glad to see that you are somebody who is courageous enough to accept it and to work on it. And that is one of the most important characteristics of any human being, when you can have that humility, when you are able to accept your mistake and go ahead. Hello. Hi, Mansi. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. And what about you?
I am doing excellent as well. Thank you so much for asking. And great to meet you. I think we have been trying to, meet for a very long time now, and finally we are able to connect with each other.
Yeah,
Really excited to have a great conversation with you.
same to
So,
you, ma'am.
yeah, you're most welcome. All right. So, Mansi, you already know my name. I am a communication coach and a soft skills trainer. I'm also a TEFL certified spoken English trainer and a certified life coach. And my journey on YouTube has been pretty interesting. For the last 6 months, I have been connecting with wonderful people like you, and I have been getting so much of love and so much of support from all of you. So, thank you so much for that. And, I really enjoy meeting new people, trying to assist them in whichever way possible. And that is something that I really enjoy. But apart from that, when I get some free time, I love to travel. I love cooking and I love spending time with my friends, my family, and my cats. So that's a little bit about me. If you have any specific questions about me, I would definitely love to answer them later. But yeah, to begin with, why don't you also tell me a little bit about
Yeah, of
you?
course. Of course. Thank you so much for my ma'am just giving me this wonderful opportunity. Well, my name is Mansi Vajpayee. As you know that I basically belong to Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur. If I talk about my qualification, I have done my master's subject of English literature from Dayana Nehru Mahavidyalaya, Kanpur University. Apart from this, I'm also running my YouTube channel, and that name is English Dose 27. That's all about me.
Okay. What about your hobbies?
My hobby, I am just my hobby is that I am fond of reading.
Hmm.
So it's not a specific hobby I have. I am just changing my habit day by day. It's my
Hmm.
interest, which types of interest I have in that time. So sometimes I am also foodie person. So I want to explore cuisines in at my kitchen.
Okay, wonderful. Great. So, what sort of reading do you like? Do you like fiction or non-fiction?
Mostly I like poetry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
yeah, I have done my master subject of English literature, so on that segment there was a lots of poetry and authors, so I really like most about that.
Who is your favorite poet?
Sorry, ma'am.
Who is your favorite poet?
John Milton.
Ah, John Milton. Wonderful. Great. Great. All right. So tell me this, Mansi, how did you come up with the idea of starting a YouTube channel? What was your first point of motivation?
Okay, ma'am. As to be honest here, I was not good at this language. I have given a 6 months to learn this language, but I was unable to learn this language. I was unable to use any single word in front of the people. But someone gave me opportunity to teach. Then, without any thinking, I just took it. I grabbed this opportunity and I start teaching that same language in my institute. So I start teaching. So day by day, I am learning this language. I'm as well teaching, so
Mm-hmm.
someone just suggests me why you are not start your YouTube channel. Then I thought, okay, that is also good thing. So I start the YouTube channel. So that is the main thing. Somebody just suggests to me. Then I start by the help of a student. We can say that I am just continuing my YouTube channel.
Awesome. Amazing. All right. So, Mansi, what do you think are the necessary steps that you should take or you need to take in order to groom yourself as a teacher or as a trainer of this language? What do you think about it? Have you given it a thought?
Yeah, of course, ma'am. As I know, I am not good at properly, perfectly in that language. So I'm just trying to make myself a better way. I'm just trying to learning a lot. I'm just trying to convince my thoughts, because sometimes that things happen with me when what I try to speak that someone, so words is not coming in my mind. I know
Hmm.
how to speak, how to give the frame that sentence, but that things happen with me. I'm not able to give the perfect answer of that your question. What you want, I know how to give the answer. So just I am trying to that things to improve myself. How can I that improve it? So I also want to ask a tip from your side, because you are well, and as I looking your lot of videos, so I just find out, wow, you have a natural way to speak that language. Then I want to ask that is, how can I improve myself to when somebody asks me any question, then I would like to give the answer a very perfect way, a very unique way, and it would be a good.
Amazing. Good. That's a good way of looking at it, and I am definitely going to answer your question as well. So the first things first that I want to tell you, which I have observed right now, your usage of word or the selection of words that you are making, that needs to be worked upon. Like when you said, when I looking at your video, right? So video is something that plays in front of you. So anything that is playing in front of you, you always watch it or see
Yeah.
it. Okay. Looking is when you are actually turning your eyes direction somewhere, look, that sky is looking so beautiful.
Yeah.
Or look at this house, it's so pretty, right? Or look at this dress, it is amazing, right? So when you are actually you are looking or asking somebody else to turn their eyes to something, that is called looking. Okay, in that scenario you use looking, not in terms of movies or videos or
Yeah.
anything that is playing in front of you,
Yeah.
right? When it comes to see, see is used more in terms of when you are observing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays we can see that global warming has become an important issue, right? So observing, that is called seeing. So this way, a lot of words that you are using right now, they needs to be aligned to the
Yeah.
right place, okay? One thing that you are doing is you are thinking in your mother tongue and you are translating it in your mind to English. The next thing you are doing is you are playing grammar rules in your mind and you are trying to put those grammar rules rightly in your sentences. So when you tell me that, ma'am, it looks like, you are speaking in a natural way. This natural way you can also speak in, but it will only come when you stop translation and when you stop, putting in or applying grammar rules to every
Yeah.
sentence. Okay, so that is one conscious thing that you need to do. Nobody else
Yeah.
can do it for you, right? So consciously you have to start doing. The thinking in English has to be constant for you. The moment you get up in the morning till the time you are in bed, you are thinking about something, it has to be thinking in English. You
Yeah.
have to talk to yourself in English. So when you make English, when you treat English that way, that it is a natural language for you, it actually becomes a natural language for you, right? So these are the only two things that you need to focus on right now, which is stop applying grammar rules, because a lot of us have this, have this misconception that, oh, first I have to learn grammar and then I will work on my communication. It doesn't work like that. Grammar has to be a part of English,
Yeah.
right? And you have to look at it at a holistic 360-degree way so that you can work on every aspect of it together. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I that is you observe from my side. It's a truly, because I when I go to the translator sentence, of course I try. I just thinking in my mind. No, first I have to translate it, then I have to speak. So that times give me a sometimes a pauses. I just try
Pause.
to I just try to know. First I have to make it. That is the thing. Okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
That's an I will improve that in my side definitely.
Hmm. Okay, great. All right. So tell me this, Mansi, what are your aspirations? What is it that you want to do with life?
Ma'am, this time I'm just doing a preparation of the government exam. So that is
Hmm.
my highly motive. I have to go there anyhow. So I'm just doing preparation. That is my motive. That is my inspiration also, because I'm just looking around a lot of people who are just reaching there. So they are gaining a lot of respect from others. So that is in my mind. I have to reach there.
So what kind of government exam? What is the sector that you want to get into?
That times I am preparation of the SSC, Staff Selection Commission.
Amazing. Great, great. So tell me this, anybody who is preparing for a government exam, since you are also preparing for it, what are the few things that people should do or they should focus on while preparing for government exams? I have never sat for one, so I have no idea.
I think that my perceptions is that if you really want to reach there, so of course, first you have to just fix your target. And what is your target? What is your motive for which exam you are doing to preparation? You are going to preparation. So when you select it, so of course, just find out your syllabus, and you have to just start your covering the syllabus and start a lot of practice because practice is very important. If you have covered your syllabus still you are not doing practice properly, so maybe sometimes you feel bad, sometimes you feel I am unaware of that. So you just try to start practice a lot, and that is the main motive. First just you just see your location, no I have to reach there, and just start walking on that direction. That is main thing.
Amazing. Very nice. Good job. All right. So tell me, Mansi, do you have any other questions for me today?
I have first. I would like to say sorry because I just picked the message on that time, and you think like I'm not. I'm giving you ordering of that time, so that is not my
Mm.
intention. So I just thought how why you are thinking like that. So I just read my message again. Then I thought okay, if anybody just thinks about that, so maybe he thinks, maybe she thinks. So I just say sorry on that time. So I would like thought
That's
on
all.
that time. I have to say sorry.
That's all right. It is no problem. But the reason why it is important for you to proofread a message before you send it, also, how is it that you are reaching out to someone? So that is very important. Communication is not about English, right?
Yeah,
Communication is how you are reaching out to somebody. Now, suppose you have missed a call, right? Next time when you are reaching out to the person, always acknowledge the fact that, hey, we couldn't catch up last
yeah,
time. Is it okay, or are you free that we can catch up today if anytime you have that
yeah,
availability? So it's a way in which you construct your thoughts and your sentences, right? If you miss out on that, then it can definitely annoy the other person, because when you are, first of all, when you are texting, people cannot hear your tone,
yeah,
right? They only
yeah.
read what they
Absolutely
have
right.
written, right? So very important, even when you are messaging someone on WhatsApp, be very careful of it, because most of the times we are extremely ignorant of these things because nobody talks about it in our
Yeah.
surrounding, right? We are only taught that okay, English is one language, learn grammar and learn this and we are done, but that's not it. It is just the beginning. How we are talking to people, even in Hindi, right? There are a lot of people who speak very carelessly in Hindi. In Hindi also you can speak very nicely to people, and that has got nothing to do with the language. It has got to do with your communication skills. So learning that, because you are aiming to be a government employee and you are somebody who is teaching people, it is very important that you also realize it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought when you notice first I don't think like that what is going on when you asking the question, then I just thought what is going on, what I'm saying, what I was said. So when I just read my message again, then I start okay, that is matter. Now I have to say sorry. I realize that.
That's all right. So, as long as you realize it, as long as you accept it, it is amazing. I think you are a very strong individual who has has the courage to accept their mistake and work on it. I think that's a wonderful quality, because most of the times what we see when you give feedback to somebody about something, they would come up with excuses.
Yeah,
I didn't mean that. Okay, you didn't mean that. All right. But first see what is it that you have written. How can it be perceived by other person, right? It is
yes,
not about what your intention is. It is
yeah,
about
of course.
how it is perceived by the other person. So I'm glad to see that you are somebody who is courageous enough to accept it and to work on it. And that is one of the most important characteristics of any human being, when you can have that humility when you are able to accept your mistake and go ahead from there, that's the true characteristic of somebody who can be successful in life. So good job on that, and I'm really, really happy to see this.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, one question in my mind I want to ask here.
Sure.
As like that, the vocabulary jerk me a lot. How can I strong my vocabulary power?
Okay, so vocabulary is something which means that you know more words or you know variations that you can use in your sentences, right?
Mhm.
But that will only come at a later stage. Don't try to, like when you build a building, what do? You first make the base, then you make the first two, three floors, and then you get to the top floor, right?
Yeah.
And at the end, you do interiors, correct? So vocabulary or working on my vocabulary or using better language is the interior part of it. Remember,
Okay.
first your base needs to be strong. So first, grammatically correct sentences, better articulation of your thoughts, and being able to answer questions fluently is the
Mhm.
first thing that you need to look at, which is the base of your building and the first three, four floors.
Yeah.
After that, when you start decorating the building or finishing the building, that's when you will focus on vocabulary, you will focus on using phrases, idioms, you will focus on trying to say things differently with variation, right? All of that is beautifying your language or beautifying your communication. So that will be later. Right now, your focus has to be on how do I articulate my thoughts properly, clearly, and in a concise manner without
Yeah.
translation, without worrying about grammar. How am I able to put my thoughts correctly? That
Yeah.
should be the first step. Once that is achieved, then you will think about vocabulary. Because at the end of the day, remember, we all are too fascinated with difficult words.
Yeah.
But difficult words are not necessary. You don't need somebody to look up in the dictionary what something means that you have said. Your aim is to have simple and easy conversation with people, right? So sometimes I see a lot of people commenting and trying to use different idioms and phrases which are not even in use nowadays. And the other day somebody wrote something and I was like, what is this person trying to say? And I had to actually Google, what does this mean? Then I see that it's an old English phrase. So we
Okay.
have this habit of bringing out things and looking for things, but understand, when somebody has to refer to a dictionary to understand you, that means you are not an effective communicator. Okay,
Yeah.
so always keep that in mind. uh, there is a lot of talk in our country of vocabulary. It is given a lot of importance, but trust me, it is not at all important to use fancy words. You can use better words, but that will come at a later stage when you are first thorough with the language.
Okay, ma'am. Um, One question is apart from that English, because we have talked about more. I would like to ask here, as
Sure.
you mentioned, you just fond of to play with your kittens. So,
Hmm.
is there any destination you have to go there, the visiting place?
Destination as in, oh,
Visiting,
any
yeah,
place where I want to go.
yeah.
Oh, there are so many. I want to travel the whole world. I don't know if that is going to be possible, but there are so many places that I want to visit. Right now, my current, favorite or my current obsession is I want to visit Kailash Mansarovar. So I am not sure when and how that is going to be possible. Uh, I have to be really fit for that. So I'm trying to work on my health as well. And if it is possible and if it is blessed, then I will definitely be there one day. So that is the current place which is like I have to be there, kind of.
Very nice. It's such a
Hmm.
very beautiful place. I'm also very
Yeah.
devotee of this Lord Shankarji. So I really
Yes.
want to visit every place where the Shankar located. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. All right. So, Mansi, I really enjoyed this conversation with you and I had a great time interacting with you. You are doing a lovely job. Just keep working on yourself, be determined in your approach, and I'm sure you are going to do a fantastic job. I wish you all the best for the government
Thank you,
exam
ma'am.
as well. You have my Skype ID. Anytime you want to discuss anything, talk about anything, you can go ahead and ping me there. And in future, we will definitely try and connect once again. Okay?
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. You're
Okay,
welcome, Mansi.
have a
Thank
good
you. Have a good day. Bye.
same to you, ma'am. Bye bye.